Fat, F-A-T, does not make you fat. Never did, never will. It's your broken hormones. So stop counting your calories. Welcome everyone to my very humble channel. Let's get into it. I've done at least 10 videos on this subject, which is that fat, eating fat and consuming fat does not make you fat, especially when they are medium chain triglycerides. So triglyceride is a fat. There are LCTs and MCTs. And MCT is very small in particle size, meaning you don't need a gallbladder to break it down so your body can absorb it and use it. That would come in the form of plant fats like coconut oil or MCT oil. There's a little bit of MCT in butter, but there's also quite a lot of LCT, so that doesn't work. But also you have things like olive oil rather, and avocado oil. Now these are still considered quasi-LCTs, but people can break them down if you have a gallbladder issue much better than butter, lard, tallow, lamb fat, which are very thick and chunky and really require lipase and stomach acid and bile salts. The problem is that plant fats like coconut oil and coconut oil, MCT oil, avocado oil, and olive oil, they oxidize, that's one, pretty easily. And they have a higher smoking point than a lot of the animal fats. But the problem is they don't have the fatty acid profile like animal fats. Avocado oil and olive oil are high in mono unsaturated fat. But animal fat has poly, mono, and saturated fat, which is what we're made out of, which is how you produce viable ketones. Not the plant fat, not the coconut oil. I know, contrary to all the hype in the MCT oil, which is garbage. Animal fats. Yes, that have the fat-soluble vitamins in them. But animal fat or plant fats don't make you fat, especially coconut oil. It is your hormones, and it's what your body does with the fats. A lot of you guys are so confused. It's so confusing for people. It's like fat does not make you fat. Insulin, estrogen dominance, broken hormones like leptin, thyroid hormones, all of these hormones tanking and not doing what they're supposed to be doing, like insulin resistance, leptin resistance, low thyroid hormone, estrogen dominance that is signaling for your body to store fat rather than burning fat. And of course, there's lifestyle factors like exercising and sleeping well and detoxifying. But people are so afraid to eat fat, so they keep adding more protein. But what they don't understand is all that protein is converting back into sugar, then actually making you fat. The reason why people get fat eating fat is not the fat itself, right? Because fat does not incite insulin. It doesn't, not after the second hour mark. If you don't have a histamine response to animal fats or any fats, then you don't become fat or get fat from eating fat. Your body uses it for ketone production. It uses it for structure, for the lung lining, for cellular lining, for your brain, your reproductive hormones, especially cholesterol, which is so amazing, such an amazing antioxidant for the body to heal. So why would people gain weight eating a lot of fat? Because their blood sugar is high. And so many of you today, especially on carnivore, are not using a glucometer. You're using a CGM, which is not accurate. It's good for the algorithm. But the single prick, don't prick your finger 5 times, but the prick your finger glucometer or glucometer, testing your blood sugar, fasted or 2 hours after a meal, will show you if there's something going on with your hormones, because what makes you fat is hormones. All those things I mentioned, leptin, ghrelin, insulin, reproductive, thyroid, are hormones. It's always what your body does, the hormones do with the calories, and not the calories themselves. It's not the fat that's making you fat. It's the fact that your body is releasing insulin, and it's releasing bolus amounts of insulin because you're insulin resistant, and it's scooping everything in your blood because your blood sugar is running high, and insulin is incited by sugar. Too much protein can spike your blood sugar, and also stress can spike your blood sugar. Gluconeogenesis can raise your blood sugar, and then barfing out a bunch of insulin, and there it comes. Why, look, there's a bunch of sugar and fat in the blood, and we will just store everything. And this is the reason why people get fat on fat, but not the fat itself. Because if that were true, I would be humongous, tritungus by now, eating the amount of fat that I do. It's always about balancing your blood sugar. And of course, your thyroid hormones, your sleep hormones, your leptin and your ghrelin. It's your hormones. And working out. Do you have enough GLUT4 receptor development? Do you have enough lean muscle so you can uptake that excess glucose and use it as energy rather than store as fat along with the fat with insulin? I know. Seems complicated, but it's not. Check out this video.
Eating fat does not make you fat. It's sugar that makes you fat. Be scared of eating sugar. For years, we're told eating butter was bad for you, eating ghee. That was bullshit. They were lying to you. It's the sugar that makes you store fat, not the fat that you eat. In fact, your body is so clever. It doesn't convert fat into fat. It converts sugar into fat. When you go to the shops to buy meat, you find that all the lean stuff is more expensive. But guys, actually, the meat that has more fat is better for your health than the lean meat. So when you go to the shops, buy the chicken with the skin on. Buy the ribeye steak. Buy the steak that has more fat in it. It's healthier for you. You have some of these slimming companies demonizing certain foods like avocados and stuff like that because they got more calories. Guys, it's a lie. An avocado and eggs are the best foods, some of the best foods that you can eat. Don't let them deceive you.
And that, my beautiful people, is correct. Fat does not make you fat. Now, I broke it down that hormones and broken hormones and poor lifestyle and being toxic, that's what makes you fat. Stress can make you fat. Going down the cortisol pathway can make you fat. Being exposed to xenoestrogens. Yes, and anything that robs your body of minerals like coffee. These things inadvertently make you fat. Those are the fat facts. Fat is an antioxidant, and it has fat-soluble vitamins in it, D, E, A, and K, especially in egg yolks and butter. For me, butter is the best. If you have nice grass-fed butter, it is the most amazing fat because it's got so many things packed in it. If you do not react to the tiny amounts of whey and casein left, and there's no lactose in butter. So if you can tolerate butter, it is amazing for your health, for your skin, for your lungs, for your reproductive system, for your brain and your organs. Stop eating all that protein. You're putting a strain on your kidneys. I know. It raises your uric acid levels. And I've coached so many people after all these years person after person after person. Oh, my urea, oh, my uric acid levels are so high. Could be that 8-ounce or 10-ounce steak you ate day in and day out. The goal is to get into ketosis, and you can't do that on all that protein, because protein excess that your body does not use is always converted back into glucose, which is stored as fat. And if you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com, book a consultation, because I've been doing this for a long time, and it's been hilarious to watch people on my 1-minute shorts who've never seen me before. They're like, you don't know what you're wrong. Carnivore is amazing. I'm like, just wait. Just wait. Same thing happened with keto. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Now I'm right. Just give it time. I know. Stop eating all that protein. And you don't need fiber to poop, but you need fiber to balance your microbiome. But of course, that's another video. Comment below. Are you getting fat on fat? Are you? Is it actually the fat? Are you using a glucometer? Comment below, share this content, and get ready for the challenge, because I keep working on it. Even though it's so late tonight, I will be working on it and before I go to bed. Yes. And also turn off your Wi-Fi. Put your phone on airplane mode to save this little noggin. Just saying. Life is good. Life is difficult. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook is Stephanie the Business Person. I run a course where I cover all 3 diets, because not everyone can do carnivore or keto or even low carb. So not one diet fits all. Nope, that doesn't fit. That doesn't work. And I'm out, because I got stuff to do.